Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if you're new, and today I am excited to bring you another episode of my coloring updates, the original coloring updates, and that's mine. So today's video is actually going to be Ohuhu edition because they did send me some products to share on my channel. So I prepared what I think is a fun episode for you guys. I also got some Happy Mail. So hopefully you enjoy the video and let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing is Ohuhu sent me this awesome rotating pen holder. And it is beautiful. It's the bamboo and it kind of matches my marker holders, the same bamboo. And those are also from Ohuhu. And this is really, really cool. So I was thinking, let me show you the top. It's like that. So you have a lot of different slots and this thing is big. Okay, let me show you my hand. Yeah, it's big. So I'm going to see, I was trying to think, should I put my different pencils? Because you know, I have like my darks, neons, and pastel. I thought about maybe putting pencils in here, but I think what I'm going to try first is actually my water-based marker. So this could be like my water-based marker caddy kit. Because there are a few water-based markers that I don't use as much because they're not all in one place. But I feel like if they were all in one place and I had all the swatches, I would have more color options and it would just streamline my coloring. So I think together I am going to put my water-based markers in here, show you the process, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so you're gonna see a little bit of me. I'm sure that's very exciting. Actually, my mom asked me, like, why don't you just show your face? What's the big deal? And I told her, Mom, I don't have time to get ready and look presentable every time I need to do a video. But today I actually look somewhat presentable. I wanted to show you this since you can see me kind of already. Let me show you. I made this. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is a pin that I made. It was like a tube of this beautiful fabric that my mom gave me some craft things. So I made it into a rose and I sewed it. See, and then I sewed like the pin in the back and it kind of looks like a flower. So I was wearing that today. Okay, so what I have here is my, the King Art Twin Tip markers. And they're usually in this thing. This I got from Amazon. It's also a rotating thing, but it's smaller. So I think I'm gonna move them to here, to the Ohuhu ones. So let me move that by category and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put my greens, browns, and yellows in here, and oranges, brown, yellow, orange, blues, purple and gray, and pinks. So I already took up 5 slots so far. Let's see if I'll keep it that way. And now we are gonna move on to these, which I got at Five Below, these ones. And I have they're very unique colors and I love them. So I really like these. So I'm going to put them in one of the slots. Okay, so I put the Five Below ones here. I'm still debating if I want to put my extra, I have some extra Stabilo ones, if I should put it together. But what I'm going to do is I have my real brush pens. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do that or put my Crayola Super Tips. I need to think. So I have the earth tones. You see that? The earth tones. There's a pastel set and a vintage. What is it called? Oh, muted vintage. That one is called. So I'm going to put those in there. So yeah, each set I put in one of them. So now I'm full, except I have one more area right there, which I might use these for. I'm not sure, because I'm still gonna use this because I already have it. Maybe for my Crayola Super Tips, I don't know. Okay, so what I ended up doing is I put my Staedtler pigment pens that Randy sent me and my Pitt pens, my collection of Faber-Castell Pitt pens, the real clean color, my collection of Zig clean color real brush pens, And I put my Stabilo in the middle. So this one can have this will be my main probably one that I use because I use these the most and I love these. So I'd probably use these two the most out of all my water-based markers. And I did put the Five Below ones in here. So I actually have another section in there. And I need to see what I'll put in there. Okay, I took my Tombos out of here. This is my collection of Tombos right here. And I moved the Stabilo to here. So, and then I filled that up with, and then I put here, I have these Zig Clean Color, but they're not the real brush. It's a different, and I don't use them that much because they bleed through the paper, so I don't recommend this. I will probably just put it on a palette and then use it that way. And I ended up keeping my Crayola Super Tips in that little box because it fits perfectly in there. So the result is 4 empty cups, which don't worry, I will reuse for other supplies, believe me. And then these are extra doubles of Pick pens that I took out. And this is one double that I have of the Tombow. Okay, top view again. I'm going to put these away and I'll keep them for a little while before I toss them. I think I'm going to end up tossing them, but just in case, I'm going to keep them for a little while. And my swatches, I am going to put in my little trusty book. I'm going to keep the other swatches. This is from Daiso. And you can see here that I have the water-based marker. I have some water-based marker swatches in here and different things. So I'm going to put that in there. And I think I will switch, actually, instead of these clean color ones that bleed through, oopsie, I think I'll put my my old Staedtler Tri Plus fine liners. The fine liners, I'm going to keep them in there. And put these in here. This is a planter from IKEA. I just love maroon and I love polka dots, so that's why I have that one. So that is my old rotating, and this is the new one from Ohuhu. You can see that. Top view. And I have my King Art water-based markers, Tombow, Arteza, Five Below, and Stabilo, my extras, because I do have the full set now. So yeah, now I need to get going with coloring with water-based markers now that I have my setup ready. And I'm going to try this out for a while. I think I'm going to keep it like this because this is really awesome. So a big thank you to Ohuhu for sending me the pen holder. I love it. And I'm going to link the code below. I think if they give me a coupon code, I will link it below as well if you're interested in this. And I will update you in the future on how it's going. But it does have a handle, so you could take it with you somewhere. So that's what's nice about it. And I'm going to keep it on the side of my desk. Okay, excuse how messy my desk is, please. But yeah, I would keep it probably to the side and when I'm working, and then you can go like this and find what you need with your swatches. And maybe this one on this side. So it could work like that. That's what I think I'm going to do for a while. Okay, so the next thing that Ohuhu kindly sent to me, and I love it, are the Ohuhu S alcohol markers. This is the 60 set, and what's different about this one from this Honolulu Plus, the 36, what's different is the chisel. So in the older Honolulu Plus series, the chisel was regular chisel that they always have. Put it against that. There you go. See that? And this new set has a soft chisel tip. And I was really excited to try that. They actually contacted me a while ago, but like I have so many spam emails that sometimes emails get lost in the shuffle. And it's so bad that I'm considering opening a new email just because I have so much spam in my old one. But anyway, this is the soft chisel tip. Let me show you the difference in the size. You see the difference there? This one is it's thinner and it's softer. So let me show you on a paper. This is the soft tip here. See how it's flexible? I don't know if you can see that. But it's really fun to work with. I do like it better than this, for sure. So, but you do cover less ground because, so I think if you are sketching with markers, this is ideal for people that sketch with markers. But because they sent it to me, I wanted to see what could I do with coloring? How could I color with this in a cool way to really utilize and really take advantage of the feature? So with mixed media coloring, the point is really to take advantage of whatever that medium has to offer to kind of speed things up or make it more interesting or more artistic and utilize it to your benefit. So let me show you the swatches for these. This is the swatches. Beautiful colors. I like it because there aren't too many primary colors, although this is kind of a bright blue this one's kind of primary-ish, but the rest are not, which is really, really awesome. So, and this one is a little bit primary. But yeah, I love all the secondary tones, muted tones, jewel tones, pastels. That's what I like. That's what I like. Earth tones. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I was thinking, like, how can I color with this? So I think you're going to like what I did. So let's get into that. And I do want to mention that for both colorings, I did use also these for some extra colors. Because for coloring, the best thing for coloring is really the tip, the brush tip. This is like my favorite tip for coloring. This is the best one. So especially getting into details and stuff. So I did use this set as well just to supplement for more colors in these demonstrations that I'm about to show. So I'm going to be showing you an example of how I use the markers in this book, Le Petit Chaperon Rouge by Amandine Young. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm starting with some like a light lavender color, and you can see I'm putting it all over, just like watercolor or painting. I'm trying to use it like that. You can see around the moon I use a light yellow to start with. It's just a base. Now I'm taking a darker like grayish indigo and doing from the top, darkness from the top coming down. And so the top is going to be darker than the bottom. And that happens a lot with a night sky. So, but it doesn't really matter as long as you have a gradient, you know, from dark to light. Always with coloring, you want to go dark to light, every element. Here I'm taking another purple and filling it in, and I'm really enjoying the flexible tip, the chisel tip. It's a thinner chisel tip, so it's kind of easier to get in, and it's just more enjoyable because it kind of feels more like a paintbrush, basically. So now I'm filling in with some blue. I'm going to go in with blues from dark to light. And I'm adding here and there a little bit more of that cool tone grayish lavender. Here is another blue. It's a little bit lighter, and I'm filling it in, as you can see, going from top to bottom. And when I get close to an element, I use the brush tip because it's more precise. The chisel is more for putting down color quicker, but you can see next to the elements I'm using the brush tip because it's thinner, it's more precise. And a smaller tip. The chisel tip is bigger. So here you could see I'm using the chisel to, it's kind of like pointillism what I'm doing, but not exactly. Similar. But you could see the gradient slowly, it's building up. Now I'm going into a lighter blue and I'm filling in the gaps. Normally you could also just do a light color under the whole thing, but I really wanted to do like a painting. So the bottom, there's some pink there. You saw a little bit of pink, and I am going into like a purpley into the blue. That's how it's working with the gradient, just to make it like more fun and interesting. And I know that I'm going to go on top of this with pencil to smooth it out. So here we go. I'm starting with the pencil. These are Pablo's. I really love using Pablo's on top of alcohol marker. And the Pablos have a wonderful range of colors. I love the Caran d'Ache range of colors. I'm used to it because I've used the Supercolor watercolor pencils for so long that I already kind of know the colors, and I love the range of colors. I wish Prismacolor had this range. But anyway, okay, yes. So I'm using the Pablos, and you can see I'm filling in areas and with different blues, smoothing it out, making it a little bit less choppy. And it's still going to look choppy, but that's okay. That's the look, obviously, that I'm going for. And it's going to look awesome in the end. Like, you'll see that it kind of is like a painting in a way. So I'm really liking lately painting with markers. That's like how I would describe it. So yeah, I am using the Pablos here, different, like that's an indigo, like violet, I would call it. Here I'm using some of the lighter purples and pinks to kind of smooth out that gradient. And I'm loving how it is turning out. You can see all the colors that I'm playing with there on the side. What do you guys think of this technique? Here I'm adding some magenta to the sky just to give it some more color. So this is how it turned out so far. I'm not finished, but you could see I added pink quite a bit throughout. Let me move it around so you can kind of see. And I started on the snow icicles here. I'm assuming it's snow. I don't know. I think it's snow because the trees are barren. Yeah, and there's icicles. Yeah, so I started on that by basing it with a little bit of purple and pink. And I will go on top of that with like a sky type of blue, like a cool tone, purpley blue, and some grays. So, but yeah, I love how that came out. I ended up using, what did I use here? I think Caliro. I used a yellow metallic for Caliro, metallic watercolor for the moon. But yeah, I love how that came out, and it was so much fun. See, this is the back. All the marker there. Okay, I'm going to show you another page. And again, that was Le Petit Chaperon Rouge by Amandine Young. The next demonstration of using the markers is going to be in this book, Le Petite Sirène by Amandine Young. It's The Little Mermaid. So let's get into it. So off camera, I started with just putting a little alcohol marker around the frame. But now what you see me doing is using the chisel tip with like this peachy color to create like lines, a bunch of lines, and I'm basically like painting. I'm doing layers with these lines created with the chisel tip. And just all the way around, and I'm gonna start adding more and more colors, like layers of them. So the next color I am choosing, I'm trying to figure out my colors. I took like a yellowy, mustardy kind of color, and I'm going in and filling in the spaces and adding more layers, basically. It's kind of like I said, like pointillism, but without points, with like these chisel lines. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of sand because it's the Little Mermaid. It kind of gives, I try to use corals, sand colors, and like you'll see later some ocean colors. So just building it up with different like light browns and mustards. Here I took a light brown and I'm doing like darker around the frame. So I'm just doing like lines with the chisel. See that? And I think it kind of creates a cool effect. Kind of looks like an extra part of the frame. So I kind of like it. And yeah, but I needed to add darkness around the frame. So I did it like with that. And of course, moving the book around to make it easier for you. But yeah, the chisel is a lot of fun to use. The flexible chisel, I'm loving it. It's really, really fun to do these backgrounds with it. So just experimenting, having fun basically over here. And I am curious to see how it's going to turn out. Here I'm adding some yellows, light yellows to fill in all that white in the background. And now I'm adding blues to the edges light blue with that chisel tip just to the edges of the pages of the page. So again, just like with layers. And then I'll add more and more blues and more colors. Here I'm adding even darker lines around the frame on top of the original lines with a little bit of a darker brown. So you can see me doing that. And yeah, I really like how that looks. It'll be interesting to see what you guys think when you see the page finished. It's not finished yet, but hopefully soon. So yeah, just doing the chisel around the frame. Looking at some colors, picking out some more like the smoky light blue to add some more blue at the edges. So this is how the page turned out so far. And I did add pencil like blue to the sides here. You can see very roughly. Nothing like too precise, you guys. No perfection here. This is the back. The rest I did with the regular, just, you know, the Ohuhu, the brush tip. But all of the background is with that chisel tip. So that was really fun to do, actually. It's kind of like a cool painterly background. What do you guys think? I really like it. So I ended up putting a metallic Calero here on the border. And I kind of try to stick to these colors. So, yeah, I love how that one came out. It was a lot of fun. You could see here all the alcohol marker that I used. Okay, you guys, I have something to show you. It's very exciting. I already know what it is because I opened it. I didn't know, I wasn't expecting it. So I like opened it. I was like, what is this? And guess what it is? Let me show you. Amandine Young, Hansel and Gretel, the book that I was missing. And it was a gift from Dana's Coloring Obsession. Dana, thank you so much. Oh my God. She was excited to see that the books were on Amazon and she loves the channel. And thank you for the video about Amandine Young. So I am so happy that you like the video. And thank you so much for the generous gift. I mean, it is beyond generous. Thank you so much, Dana. I know I say Dana, but I think it's Dana. And Dana, if you guys don't know, so I started a page I'm going to show you. Dana, it has a is a newer channel. I think maybe the last year or two. Dana's Coloring Obsession. I'm going to leave it below. Go check her out. She's wonderful. And she has a wonderful personality, a beautiful voice. I think you're going to love the channel, so go check her out. Future editing, Maya, I wanted to mention that I used both of these sets to color the pages that I'm about to show you. And I just had them out, you know, next to me in bed, like on the weekend, you know, like on a Saturday. Oh, I just love sleeping in on a Saturday. So I use these to color the pages. Well, it's just a start. It's a start. And Dana, thank you so much for the book. I want to show you what I started. There we go. This one, I believe it's like the witch. So I just based it. I was in bed and I was like, okay, let me just start it. And I'm going to do more. This is just the beginning of the basing with alcohol marker. You can see that. And then I also started this little cat. I thought I would use gold for the background here. Thought that would be really pretty. And I created this like floor circle. It wasn't there. So that I can do the entire background in like a gray color. And I'm going to add more to that, obviously. You guys know. Just a base so far. So the Hansel and Gretel book. Oh my God, this is the one I was missing. And actually for the other books of Amandine, before I even knew this was coming, she had texted me on Instagram and asked me what books I was missing, and she was going to send me a PDF file of them to my email. And I told her, you know, my printer is broken, but thank you so much. I'm happy, and I will print out the books that I don't have. So you just saved me printing out this book, and I prefer to have it in a book, like, to be honest, than printing. I will print out the other books that she sent me, of course. And I'm very grateful to her for sending them to me. I love that. And I have it, in case I want to do any of these in watercolor, I can print them out as well because she sent me this as well. But I prefer to have it in a book. So thank you, Dana, so much. I love it. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel. So this is the one that I was missing in the video. At the time when I purchased all the books, this was not out yet. And so I had started coloring them and getting ready for the video. I didn't notice that this had come out. I think around the time of the video or a little bit before the video even. So yeah, it's a beautiful book. And then, oh, maybe I should do a flip through. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. If there isn't one up already, I'll do it. So yeah, Hansel and Gretel. I also want to mention that I am going to link Dana's Coloring Obsession, her channel below, so you can go check her out. Please, please go check her out. Future Editing Maya here. I wanted to respond to a question that I got from a viewer. She asked me, do the polychromos pencils work on this paper because in the M&D Young books? Because it's premium Amazon paper, so there is a little bit of shine you can see to it, but it's not like shiny. It's just it's not as porous. So she wanted to know if polychromos would work on this paper, and I told her that I would test it out for her happily. So I took out my polychromos pencils, and I haven't used these in quite a while. So, oh yeah, they work great. Yes, 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 just as expected. I love using polychromos on top of alcohol marker, and they do work really nicely on this paper. Let me get another shade here. Yeah, they work really nicely. And then let me try just here a little bit for the green so you can see it. I will try to zoom in. Now with polychromos pencils, the laydown is very fine, and that allows you to really control the smoothness of whatever you're coloring. And they work beautifully. I recommend sharpening your pencil very well. I use this one, Jar Link. I'm obsessed with it. It was in my favorites last year. It's going to be in my favorites this year. Every year in December, I do a favorite supplies video. So I hope you check that out and get ready for that. There we go. Yes, working beautifully. Yep, the answer is polychromos work very well. I'm going to try to message her on Instagram because that's where she asked me, but I just wanted to show in case anybody else is wondering that, yes, the pencils work beautifully on the paper. You could see that where I based, that's where my darker color is going to go. So I'm even going to go even darker than this. This is just the first layer. What's nice about polychromos is that you can layer them. So I will definitely go like even darker, you know, for some more drama and shading. Okay, so I hope that helps. So that is all I have for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching. A big thank you to Ohuhu for sending me these awesome markers. I love them. And the rotating pen holder. I can't wait to get cracking on some pages with my water-based markers now. If they leave me any coupon codes, I will leave it below. Also, the links to everything will be in the description box below. Lately, I've been adding links to stuff. Also, if you haven't checked out M&D Young's YouTube channel, I'm going to link her below, you guys. She's amazing. And I will leave these links to these Amazon books below as well. So I hope you're enjoying your coloring this month, having fun with it, relaxing. And I appreciate you guys watching. I know there's a flood of new coloring channels lately. In the past year, it's just crazy. Like every day I see like maybe like 10 new channels pop up. It's incredible. So I know there's a lot of choice out there. I thank you for keep coming back and watching my videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.